Good, man. I'm really cool now, man.
What you got there?
Brother John just dropped this on me. And if you look at the date on this thing, 66.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And, you see, kept it in plastic and all. And this actually was the man who made me want to get involved in boxing years ago when I was a kid. Okay. You know what I mean? Mad love and respect for Muhammad Ali.
Okay. Wow. So how long you been training?
Wow, since I was 17 years old was the first fighter I ever worked with.
Wow.
Marvin Lee was his name, from the south side of D.C.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So how long you had that gym in D.C., man?
Well, we got blessed with that particular gym. Wow, it's got to be very, very close to 10 years ago. I want to say more like 8 or 9 years. We had a little small, it was actually a storage room, our origin. It was in the storage room. And, I'm sorry, our genesis. It was in the storage room on 16th Street Northwest, in the bowels of a school called Lincoln School. And from Lincoln, we went to Rosedale, and all these was under the Department of Recreation in Washington.
Okay.
Rosedale was even smaller than Lincoln. Worked with Riddick Bowe for a while.
Oh, wow.
Jim was down his house, and then we went back up to the area that the gym is in now. Same place, but different building. The building that we're in now is brand new, courtesy of the mayor of D.C. and totally backed by the new mayor of Washington and Mayor Bowser, which we got mad love for because she backed us 110%. And it's been there about 8-9 years, I believe.
Oh, man, I respect that, man. That's giving me ideas because I want to go to Ghana and start me a gym myself.
Well, of course, years ago when we got in, it was just flat out, and still today, about helping some young people.
Right.
You know what I mean? And never knew that we would get here, to be honest with you. Kenny was the same way, but Kenny had his 2 sons. We had sons that we got from the neighborhood. And a lot of mines came from institutions, juvenile institutions, federal penitentiary, the shelter. As of recent times, we got kids now with, their home, intact. They got families, mothers and fathers. But back in the day, say about over 90% of our kids came with either one parent or no parent. And they could fight. You know what I mean? They were very, very teachable. And they were able to comprehend what it was we were trying to sell to them. And they took it to a whole nother level. I'd be lying if I'm standing here saying that I knew that all of them was going to turn out the way they did. The only one that I had that type of feeling about was Lamont Peterson.
Lamont,
yeah.
Okay.
He was a little different than the average kid that age.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that's great, man. And so let me ask you, when you see these 2 brothers, man, young brothers going at it, man, what are you thinking up there? Because I know y'all stay professional. Y'all never gonna get in the shot.
I think that of course, we've been at this for a while. You know what I mean? Especially when it was just a hint of Shawn and Errol, getting ready to fight or what have you. So we actually was doing pre-camp. Shawn been in camp, I want to say at least 16, anywhere from 12 to 16 weeks. We were doing pre-camps all along, you know what I mean? Because it was a strong feeling that this fight was going to happen. And once it was inked up, of course, we went full speed ahead. It was a fight both guys wanted. You can go back to Earl, after the Danny Garcia fight, get in the ring and said that this is a fight that he wanted, and then Shawn's reply was, this will be the easiest fight to make. You feel me? So I think it's a good thing that, you got 2 young guys, top of their game, getting ready to lay it on the line, you know what I mean, and put their belts up, in the midst of laying it on the line. As opposed to maybe one guy young, one guy old, now, you got 2 guys, man, training to be the best at their best, and they're going to fight to see who is the best.
Man, so as far as Porter, you know, we know he has an engine, man. His engine, I mean, his condition is excellent. I never seen actually boxer that has that kind of motor. How do you protect against overtraining? Because I know he's always in shape. How do you see when is the time where you like, man, you got to stop training because we got a fight coming up, man. You want to overtrain?
Well, the good thing is you know Shawn, you know, surrounded with professional people. They understand what it is they're doing. His conditioning coach, his daddy been doing it for years. You know what I mean? You got everybody in his corner, you know, been around this thing for a long time. So they know, for the most part, when to shut it down. You know what I mean? And they know the athlete. Now, you make him push Shawn a little bit harder than you can push this guy over here. And you may have to do something less in a certain area with Shawn that you can't do with this guy. You know what I mean? So you just got to know your athlete, know how far to push him.
Okay. Last question. So when did they decide to bring you in? I mean, I know you always been like a brother to the brothers, you know. But as far as you on the corner now, when did they decide? Is that something that's recent?
The early no. I've been in Shawn's life one way or another since he was about 10 years old.
Right.
You know what I mean? After the amateurs, when they decided they were going to turn pro, Daddy gave me a call. You know, we were with a group out of Mississippi at the time, prize fight, and I steered them towards that way. You know, he had heard about them. You know, asked me what I thought. Good people. You know, so he went through there, and so the first, I want to say, me and Kenny talk about this all the time. Anywhere from like 10 to 15 fights, we were with Shawn, myself, Patrice Harris, which is Boogie. Pad man, and we reconnected when they were getting ready to fight Danny Garcia. Kenny reached out to me and told me what he needed, and I went back and we've been together ever since.
Okay. Sorry, I lied, man. I got one more question, man. I'm done. Everybody, you know, is saying Shawn Porter, you know, they counting him out, man. Like, why are they making a mistake? What's the mistake there? Because
I don't want to call it a mistake. I mean, you feel the way you feel. You know, Errol has a more traditional style of fighting, you know, that may be more appealing to a lot of people. Shawn is one of them type of guys that can box, can fight, and gonna do whatever it takes to win. You know what I mean? And a lot of times his fights have been rough. So, and I even have friends that's close to me. You know what I mean? That's, you know, they, even though they know I work with Shawn, they pull for Errol. You feel me? And it's cool. You know what I mean? You feel the way you feel. You cheer for who you want to cheer for. In Shawn's case, that's what I think is, you know, that tilting point. As a person, both guys, I love them both to death. Shawn, super cool. Errol, super cool. What you saw on the stage today, you know, them dudes been training for a long time for this one moment, man. They belts on the line, you feel me? And both of them want to keep what they got, you know what I mean? So, of course, they're going to be growling. You know what I mean? And when the fight starts, you know, they're going to get it in. But you can't be mad either way, you feel me? They did their best to get ready. We've done our best to get ready. Corner's gonna do what they need to do, but at the end of the day, the fighter's gonna have to sort this thing out, and I'm all right with that.
Exactly, man. Well, it's always a pleasure to meet up with you, man, and good luck Saturday.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
You too, man. All right. Yeah, thanks a lot, brother.
Yeah.